Hi Mothballs! It is Wednesday, March 20th, and I'm setting up for work. Me and Joanna went out to Circuit Coffee and we got some maple lattes, and I got this really good peppermint brownie. We were talking about it and I was like, it's weird that they have peppermint brownies like in March. But Joanna made a good point that it's like, maybe it's like Thin Mint, like Girl Scout cookies, or just like people like minty things in general. So I was like, you know what? That makes sense. Peppermint doesn't have to specifically be a December flavor or like a winter flavor. So I got it. It's really good. I've been eating it while I've been setting up for work. Right now I'm just setting up my screens so that I can be ready for calls once it hits 9:20. I think. I haven't really looked at my schedule to see how my day is starting yet, but I'll be doing that next. I did want to share this really weird dream that I had last night. It was just so weird. So basically it was like me, my mom, my dad, and my brother were at my parents' house, and suddenly in my dream these bad guys pulled up and they had guns. And basically, like, I looked outside because I heard them pull up and I wanted to see who was there. And when I looked outside, everything was like black and white, but not like a black and white film. It was like black and white, like a coloring book that hasn't been filled in yet. And then when I looked back inside my house, the color was normal. And it was really weird. And for some reason in my dream, I knew like something was seriously wrong. And it was like normal to me, like, oh, I'm gonna look outside and it's black and white. And I don't know why. So I told my family, hey, we gotta go. We gotta leave. There are bad guys with guns and it's black and white outside. So we head out, we go, and we like head towards the woods. And it's really weird because like in my family's house, there's not woods in the backyard. Like we would have had to go to the park, which is a couple streets down from my parents, in order to get to the woods. But for some reason we went to the woods, probably because we were like, oh, cover of trees, we can hide better. And we were hiding out there until nighttime, and bad guys didn't find us. We were like, okay, I think it's fine. And so we lit a fire to stay warm, thinking, oh yeah, we'll just light a fire to stay warm. They won't find us because it's the one light thing in the dark trees. Well, bad guys find us. They just kind of like stroll up to the fire and they sit down and they're like weirdly smiling, like, haha, we found you. And they were gonna kill me and my family. And I'm like, I don't want my family to die. So I said, if you take me, will you leave my family? And for some reason, like, that was good enough for them. I'm like, apparently I was the person that they wanted all along. So they give me this drink and they're like, here, take a sip. And they put a pill in it right in front of me. And I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna be roofied. Well, as long as my family lives, I guess I have to do it. So I drank it. And then next thing I know, I wake up, I'm in outer space. And it was really weird because I'm in outer space, but I'm not like in a spaceship. It's kind of like in Star Trek, how the ship is like so big that it's like,
Hi, this is Editing Moth. Somebody came in at that point, so I stopped the story. But then I picked it up back at the ship again, so you'll have a slight interruption, but I get right back to it.
okay, so yeah, it was like Star Trek. So this thing is massive. It doesn't even feel like you're in a spaceship. So fast forward, we're like in space and whatnot. We need like food and just everyday living stuff.
I'm sorry, my birthday didn't be at this point.
We need food and everyday living stuff. So we stop at like this abandoned grocery store, and like going there, it's like I went in with like knowing that the only people who were still like alive were on the spaceship, but there was like a lot of people on the spaceship, like exactly like Star Trek. There was like thousands of people on the spaceship. It wasn't crammed. Everyone had their own living quarters. It was weird. Do I watch Star Trek? I used to when I was a kid, not anymore. So I don't know why that's on my brain. Probably because I've been watching Young Sheldon with Joanna, and Young Sheldon loves Star Trek. So we go to this grocery store, and like I said, it's abandoned, but it's fully stocked. And it's not like gross or anything. It's like, it's recently abandoned. So we go in and like, I'm grabbing like things I need, like eyeliner, mascara. I'm grabbing cereal, just like random shit. I think I grabbed hair ties and
Tell me why I went to an abandoned grocery store in space that literally was free for everything, and I bought mascara, eyeliner, hair ties, and cereal. Make that make sense. It does not.
like I grabbed something like from the freezer too, because it was like abandoned, but like all the cold stuff was still cold and all the hot stuff was still hot. Like it was recently abandoned, or like the power just never went down. And it was really weird because like nothing was bad. I don't know. But then the people I was with, we were like, don't tell anyone because we don't want them to like rush the place. Well, somebody told somebody, and so like they get there, and you know, like how there's a grocery store, there's like registers. Well, somebody goes and stands at the register and tries to like start charging people for stuff. Some people are going through, like falling for it. They're getting their stuff charged. They're paying for it. Other people are not. And I'm one of those people where I'm like, I'm not gonna pay for it. Like, you don't own this grocery store. Like, you can't do that. And they were like, oh, well, like, you can't blame me for trying to make a little money. And I'm like, bitch, I can. So me being me, I went and I found like this very large backpack. Like it was ridiculously big. And I start taking like the filling out of it, and somebody was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what does it look like I'm doing? And they walk away to like tell the person at the register like, oh, somebody's doing something shady. And I'm like, well, fuck if I care. You're doing something shady. So I pull the stuff out. I pull all the stuff that I took from the shelves in this bag and zipped it up and put it on. And I just walked out the door. And around then is like where I woke up. It was like just a really weird cliffhanger. And like, it's not like I did anything different last night to have such a weird dream. It was just really out of the blue. But I wanted to share that with you because, you know, it's wild that I have dreams like that, but it's even rarer that I remember them. So yeah, so now I have to log back into everything because we had to have our Wi-Fi reset because it hasn't been working. And when that happens, like all of my systems basically go down and I have to reopen everything individually. And luckily my VPN reconnected, but it's still annoying. Like I have to sign into my phone. I have to re-sign into my Outlook. Just like random things. So I'm reopening those now. And I did take a look at my schedule. So I am taking calls from 9:20 to 10:15. And then I have my time where I get to work on coachings. And then I do have like a team meeting from 1 to 2 today, which isn't too bad. But yeah, so I'm going to finish setting up and I'll touch base later. This vlog is sponsored by Albuterol. All you do is take off the cap, give it a couple shakes, press down on the button and inhale. It's as easy as that. And once you've done that, you can see on the back how many uses you have left. And then once you get low, you can just call up your local pharmacy to reorder more. Don't forget, this does require a prescription, so make sure you contact your doctor to make sure albuterol is right for you.
Hey guys, join me in making my lunch. It is the creamy carbonara bulldog ramen. I love it so much. It's my current hyperfixation, and I can't get enough of it. So I just included just a little clip of me making my lunch for the day. I have my 30-minute lunch break, and can't tell, but I'm just so excited in this clip. So enjoy. So at this point, I was putting in my spice mix, or my spicy mix, whatever it is. And I was really only trying to put in like a drop or two, which is normally what I do is like just a drop. But I wasn't paying attention and I accidentally put in a little bit more than I'm used to, but it ended up still being pretty good. So I can't complain.
Hi vlog. So just wanted to bring you outside to show you it's snowing. Um it is March 20th and it hasn't snowed for a while, so this is really weird. And we got snow alerts earlier, but we really weren't taking them seriously. Like, oh my gosh, hold on, let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm seeing. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, it's definitely heavier in some parts than it is others, but this is insane. Like, wow. I can't comprehend this. I was not expecting this. And it's like snowing but raining. It's a mix. I've been outside for like 2 minutes now and I'm pretty wet. I'm very damp. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. It's really weird. All right, I'm gonna go back inside now because I'm chilly. So I'm realizing that I never filmed an outro. So just wanted to say thank you for watching my vlog. If you like, please subscribe, like the video, add a comment, whatever your heart desires. And I hope you will watch the next one. But until then, stay crusty, mothballs.